Hello, my name is Andrew. I'm a former SIPass leader and administrator, and this is my fourth time filming this video. So hopefully this video will satisfy YouTube and not get corrupted. But enough of my needless sass. I'm here to show you how to create events in MyUMBC, input attendance, and then edit them after you're done. So, okay, I'm on MyUMBC. Hopefully you're familiar with this website, and you're going to click on Groups. And as an SI leader, you'll be added to the SIPass attendance group. So you click on groups, then you click right here, SIPass attendance. And you'll be brought here. So this is the home page of SIPass attendance. So during fall and the spring, there's going to be a lot more events here. This is during the summer when I'm filming it, so there's not as much here. And to create your event, you're going to click on event. So it's not a post or a file, you're going to click on event. You're going to click post event. And you're going to see a bunch of lines here. This might look a little bit intimidating because there's a lot of information you can have to put in here. And you also have to input it very, very specifically. So a lot of this is case sensitive. If you're off by one keystroke, it'll really mess up the data. So please be very careful when you enter this. Do it just as we tell you because it's going to save you a lot of time down the road. Okay, so we're going to start with the title. The title is going to be all caps. And you're going to start with the semester. So I'm doing this summer 2020. If this was fall, it'd be FA 20, and spring would be SP 21. So since it's summer, SU 20. Then we're going to do an underscore. You're going to go to your course code. You see some examples from past ones I've done here. So you're going to do your course code. So for example, this is Chem 101, Chem underscore 101. If it was Bio, BIOL, please, BIOL. Please don't do Bio. It does need to be all 4 letters. So, of course, in my case, it's going to be Spanish 201. Now we're going to go to underscore. So you do, again, underscores between here. And the next we're going to go to our times. So my example is going to be 11:30, but notice that even if it was, we kind of had 2 times here, one on the half hour and one on the hour. Notice we write them out completely each time. Notice none of them are like 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. It is very important that we write out the times completely. So for this example, I'm going to be doing 11:30, 11:30 a.m. through 12:30 p.m. Remember that, easy mistake to make, but 12:30 p.m. is indeed noon. If you do 12:30 a.m., well, that's midnight. So please be careful with that. And then you're going to do underscore. You're going to do your last name. My last name is Simpson. You're going to put your last name there. So that's what it's going to look like. You're noticing some of the examples there's an underscore and then a number, another number right here. Don't worry about that for now. So just leave it like it is right here. So semester, course code, times, name. Next tagline, very straightforward, campus ID underscore first name. So just in case there's someone else with the last name Simpson, we figure out this is Andrew Simpson's, and just in case there's an Andrew Simpson, we have your campus ID here. Okay, moving on to times. So I'm doing this for my Thursday sessions. So let's say the semester started back in July. Let's say my first Thursday session was July 9th. And of course, it's going to start at 11:30 a.m. and it's going to end at 12:30 p.m. Remember to change it down here. Make sure you don't put 12:30 a.m. here as well. Now, there's one major thing I need to change, and it's this one right here. These 2 dates must always be the same. And the reason for that is this. So let's say I set this like at the end of the semester. The semester ends August 14th for us. You might say, well, wait a minute, first everything starts on this day and everything's going to end here. Well, that's not how the computer interprets it. So the way the computer is looking at this right now is that I have a session that runs continuously from the beginning of July to mid-August. So essentially I have a session that's running hundreds of hours straight. That's going to create all kinds of problems in the system. So make sure these are both the same day because, again, these sessions are an hour long online or 50 minutes online in person. So make sure these are the same day and make sure these are, matching up with the times up here. Do not click all day because we're not doing SIPass for 7 hours. And you might be wondering, well, wait a minute, am I going to have to go through and do all this for every one of my sessions because I'm doing 2 sessions a week, like maybe I'm doing Tuesday, Thursday, or Monday, Wednesday, whatever. 12 weeks, I got to go through and do this 24 times? Well, no, because we have a very handy feature, which is repeat. So you're going to click repeat weekly, and then this is where you're going to put the end of the semester. So for me, that's August 14th, and then for during fall or spring, that's going to be study day. So just look that up or ask your administrators when study day is for a particular semester. And so that's what that's going to look like. So for instance, I had Tuesday sessions as well. This is only going to do the Thursday session, so I will have to go through and do this again for my Tuesday sessions. So for each day you have, so Tuesday sessions, you go through and do all this. For your Thursday sessions, you do it one more time, and then you're done. So you only have to do it twice pretty much the entire semester. But okay, we're not quite done. Now we have to do locations. So if you're doing online, there is online right here. And if you need to scroll down, you can also find it. It just happens to be up here for me because I've been using it frequently, but online is one. And of course, if it's not online, let's say put on campus, you could put in Sherman. Sherman was a place to go. Sherman is here, and like it's got everything. It's got like soccer fields and parking lots and things. So you'll be able to find where you're looking. So Sherman Hall is gonna be 151. You don't need to put anything in directions. Your body. This is the one part you have a little bit of flexibility. You have to put something here. So I'm just gonna put like regular SI Pass sessions. You just have to put something here, nothing specific, so you have some flexibility. The last major thing we need to do, and pretty much the last thing we need to do, is the tags. So while we're doing this the first time, we're going to put your last name. So in my case, Simpson, so just put your last name. Tags are not case sensitive. Pretty much everything else is case sensitive. Make it all caps and everything up here. Tags are not case sensitive, so I can do this all caps or whatever. It's usually best to just put everything under case, so just put your last name here for now. You don't need to worry about comments, just leave that how it is. You don't need to worry about attendees, you don't need to put anything in directions, don't worry about sponsor, website, don't touch any of it. And then you're going to click post event. Don't click save because then you'll have to go back and edit it again. Click post event. And what I've done is I've created sessions every Thursday with this same title and same tagline for every Thursday from July 9th to August 14th. So let's say it actually created it. So we'll go to events. So you click events here, and then you click by date. That's the best way to do it. You can also go to like upcoming, but that's kind of a silly way to do it. It's kind of awkward. So you go to by date. And so let's see if it actually created my session. So I'm going to click, go back to July here, click July 9th, and we should see a Simpson, and there we are. Go to July 16th, we should see another one. There I am. And you can kind of click through just to see, make sure it worked, and it did. And so what I'm going to do now is, so that is how you create events initially. So now we're going to move on to inputting attendance. So let's go back to my first session, and I'm going to, so I go to the events page, find it, and I'm going to click on it. It's going to bring me to this page right here, and you have this handy box for participants. Now there's two main ways to enter attendance on MyUMBC. You can either put in their email, so the name, of course, would be, but you don't need the UMBC part. So either the first part of their email or their campus ID. Either one of those two will work perfectly. I'll just go with my email. Depending on how good the student's handwriting is, you might have to rely on one or the other. But anyway, I digress. So put the name here, and then you just click upload participant. And then bam, there I am. If you want to get rid of me, you just click here and then delete. Pretty clear there. So inputting attendance to MyUMBC is very straightforward. There's one last thing we need to cover, and that's going to be editing events after you input attendance. So I've inputted attendance. There's a few things I want to go back and change here. And when I click edit, it's only going to edit this one event on July 9th. When we did this together previously, we were doing it for the sessions for the entire semester. This is the reason why it's so crucial to get that first one very much correct, because now if I click edit, I can only edit them one at a time. So earlier in the video, when we created like the 12 sessions or the sessions that, kind of the repeating structure, let's say when I was repeating it, I misspelled my last name or, did something ridiculous like that. Well, it's going to repeat that 12 times, and you're going to have to go in individually each time and fix that. You don't want to have to do that. So be careful that first time. And keep in mind, when you click edit, you're only editing one session here. So this is the session I have attendance for, and what I want to do is I had one person come to my review. So I'm going to do _1. If I had 4 people before, if I had 30, just very straightforward. There's only 2 things you need to change. That title, so you put the 1 there. The other thing you need to change is tags. So for a regular session, you don't need to add anything. But we do have specific tags for unique sessions. So for instance, if it's an exam review, you're going to put exam review right here. And then what you'll do is the end of the title will be the tags. So then we're going to go up here and put exam review. So it's going to mirror what's here. So Simpson exam review, Simpson exam review. You're always going to have your last name in the tag. You're always going to have your last name in the title. And then you're going to keep the number. Now, we also have different tags such as no show. So if nobody shows up, you're gonna actually put a tag. You're gonna put that as a tag, and you're also gonna put it in the title up here. No show, and then of course this would be 0. Some of the other tags I'll just type down here. So of course we have exam review. Some of the other ones are campus cancels. So like if the weather's bad and school closes from snow or a pandemic or whatever, and you have to actually cancel your session, you're going to use this one, campus cancel. And then some of the other ones we have are what is known as tech cancel. So if you're running an online session and your Wi-Fi is just not working at all, or Blackboard is down or whatever, you're going to use that tag. And then there's one more, which is essentially if the professor cancels the SI session, or most commonly, essentially, if there's an open exam block. So let's say the professor has an exam open for 48 hours. If you have an SI session during that time, you're going to have to cancel it. So we use either class cancel or professor cancel. Ask your admins which one of these 2 you're using for this particular semester, and it's at the admin's discretion to add or take away tags for each semester. So these are the ones we've historically used. But the admins can add or take these away. So once again, for a regular session, I don't need any of this, but that would be how you do it. And then again, 1. And then when you're done, don't change anything else. Click post event. And there you go. So this was a very brief tutorial and kind of a visual explanation of how to upload attendance, create events, and then edit events.